Hello everyone, Impractically Noah here, back again with another video. Today we're going to talk about the Impractical Jokers DVD collections. Now before we begin, some of these covers are been colored in by myself because I own these discs. That's all that matters. Because right now we're in an age where we just stream with like Disney Plus, HBO Max. I'm Canadian, so we have Crave. And also, we realize now, some critics of movies and TV shows know that streaming, you're paying a license to watch certain content. And that's the same with not just films and TV shows, but books and video games. But for me, when I do video games, digital doesn't really matter to me as long as it's convenient. But I have, since 2017, have the what's complete of the Impractical Jokers DVD complete seasons. So, unfortunately, this is up to season 5. Season 6 and 7 and 8 do exist as DVDs, but they're more of like burn on demand, which means you burn them with burnable CDs or DVDs, and you might get bad quality from that disc. Because think of it this way: let's say you download off of Netflix a TV show, and you some way got it out of the file and put it on a disc, and that's going to be compression quality of internet quality of streaming content. Yeah, I know I'm getting too much information out of streaming, but let's begin with the discs. So here we have the complete first season. Here's the spine and the back. You can pause if you want. And since I'm Canadian, we have the Canadian rating around here for the sleeves particularly. And I enjoy Impractical Jokers now again. I stopped until back at the end of 2021, December 31st, 2021. Joe Gatto, of course, left the show. So now we have just Hugh, Murr, and Sal with guests. And I don't really like it. That's just my opinion. It makes no sense for at the end that you just have the Jokers with a guest for the final ending of the show. That makes no sense to me. Again, it's just my opinion. You do you. But at the same time, it's kind of outdated now, the show. They're getting recognized everywhere. So, with that in mind, season 1, in my opinion, felt like a beta period of what they're supposed to do in general. Season 1 was like different challenges instead of the do and says challenges. Like the first one that they showed on episode 1 of season 1 was Costco, the wholesale store Costco, where they started doing the do and say challenges. But in my opinion, season 1, I really don't rewatch all the time because it's not like 26 episodes per season. This has 16 plus the Meet the Cast as an episode. But again, this is like the beginning of the series. The show came out on December 15th, 2011. Yes, I know the information. I've been a huge fan. I made a board game on the show. I make sure I made a tally chart of who got the most punishments and the least amount of punishments, and who lost each episode, and who was the biggest loser based on the seasons, which I'll show in another video. But if you want to know about my board game, there's a tally card up on the right with your name on it. Anyway, so here's the back of season 1. We have information of what the show is about. We have the special features. We have the lead scenes, behind the scenes, meet the stars of Practical Jokers, and 5 episode commentaries. So again, this is just a sleeve. Here's the actual DVD case. Clear cases, to be honest. And what you usually get with the Joker DVDs if you exclude this is just my tally chart thing that I put in the case just to be more nerdy about it. But what you do get legitimately is episode guides. So, and also back then they had an app which was exclusive to the Americans. Again, I'm Canadian, so this was exclusive to the States. And in the inside you have the episode guides in disc 1 and disc 2. Yes, this is actually a 2-disc set because there's less than 20 episodes. And when I got my copy, disc 1 is kind of inverted in the color palette. So here's disc 1. But then when you get to disc 2, it's like a regular factory defect or set. But you get some, I got like a little white dot on Mer's forehead a little bit. But yeah. So disc 1 just has the episodes 1 to 9. Well, actually 1 to 8 plus the Meet the Cast episode. And disc 2 has episodes 10 to 17 with special features. And this came out in 2013. So this production of season 1 came out between December 15th, 2011 to May 3rd of 2012. I don't really know the rest of the end of productions for the other 4 seasons of the DVD sets, but that's how I remember based on the Wikipedia. So that was season 1. Now, season 2 was kind of weird. You had like a transition between... Let me explain. So, season 1 had dark blue background with the warning that they do, and also the loser board. And once you see season 2, they transition to the light blue, which is commonly known now, before Joe Gatto left the show. So season 2 was pretty unique based on that introduction, warning, and the loser board's color transitions. I'm just gonna remove the sleeve so we can get more closer to the DVD cases, because it's the same information. So season 2, spine, and the back, detail of the season 2 info, and of course kind of like the same bonus features, but without the Meet the Cast, because that was season 1. And this came out in 2014, and if you noticed, even on season 1, these are under Warner Brother DVD branding, because Trutv and TBS, the new network that's taking over the show, are owned by Warner Brothers. Yeah, the Warner Brothers. So, yeah. Now, unfortunately, of course, I have the Canadian rating sticker here on the sleeve. But anyway, let's open the case. This is not the original case because I put a custom disc in it relating to season 2. Now, season 2 had like these little gaps episodes called the Stoop Sessions. And what they was the Joker's perspective of season 1 and what they could have done better, or their favorite moments. And this is pretty much a burnt disc, if you can tell. I need to clean this, of course. I'm seeing like smudges everywhere, even though I barely watch it. So, I really didn't understand why they did that, though. Here's the little FYI of who lost each episode, and the total amount. Not that necessary. I'll just get to the episode guide in a second. So here's disc 1 with all 4 of them together. Disc 2, you have Mur and Sal together, and disc 3, you have Joe and Q together, rather than what they did for the season 1 disc. And of course, the episode guide, which you have right here on the front, and more information about that American exclusive app, which probably doesn't exist anymore because we do licenses. And this came out, I believe, in Halloween and American Thanksgiving. If you can tell by these little jokes here. I really don't like how they did the episode guide, because you have 8 episodes on disc 1 up to here. Then disc 2, you have the next 9, like that. Then disc 3, the last 9. I don't understand that. But at the same time, it's an episode guide. What do you expect Warner Brothers or any other DVD manufacturer to do? And also, you get like this custom background art, but I don't want to show it. You can probably Google search it if you want. So that's season 2. And the little fact about how they transition from the dark blue to the light blue backgrounds. Now, yeah, colored everywhere. But this is the complete 3rd season. And this is when, after season 2, when they transition to the light blue background stick to the rest until the end of Joe Gatto season 9, if I would call it that way. But season 3 was when they were starting to get recognized. Anyway, let's just look at the spines under the sleeve. Canadian sticker there. And this is actually the first 4-disc set. So season 1, we only had 2. And so far, season 2 had 3. What do the other 2 have? We'll see. And here's season 3 information. Special features of deleted scenes, commentaries, and digital originals with like little shorts, probably on YouTube or TrutV's network officially. Unfortunately, like, Canadians, we do not have Trutv, probably due to like the perspective of the Canadian cable consumer. I really don't know why. I really don't have any facts about season 3. What we do know since season 3 was, on the first episode of season 3, Joe Gatto got married. And that's all I can say about that. But also, season 3, they added like their behind the scenes or deleted scenes that never made it to air. So this has not 26 episodes, but 31/32 if you include the season 0 episode called Father's Day Special, which we will see in the pamphlet. But first, let's start off with the discs. This is the first season to have each Joker have their own separate disc. So you have Sal on disc 1 with episodes 1 to 8 with special features. Then you have Joe Gatto with disc 2, episodes 9 to 16 without bonus features, and the same for disc 3 with Q with 17 to 14 episodes. I'm sorry, 17 to 24 episodes. And the next one is Murr in disc 4 with episodes 25 and 32 with special features. Loser counter. What do you expect me to do? Big fan back then. And here's the episode guide. So this came out in 2015. And I also said about that for season 2's release date. This is more better with episode management on the pamphlet. You have disc 1, disc 2, because all of them have 8 episodes each. Yeah, but why have the blue background at the end? Just stick with the white. Well, of course, I don't know why they did that. Probably like, I think it's like you're supposed to do it like this as a poster, I guess. But it kind of feels stupid. Or in this case, impractical. Yeah. Sorry, this won't be edited, by the way. This is just my perspective without any edits. Season 4. This was actually my first complete season that I purchased, because the other 4 I got help with it. So season 4, I like this cover art. Like, they're in a lodge, and Sal killed the other guys on this cover, but I'll show you what the disc art is in the background. So I like season 4. This is when they did their 100th episode special on the tightrope. Canadian rating. Information about season 4. Special features of the lead scenes, bloopers, and 100th episode promos. And this case was really beaten up back when the original case. Yeah. Same information. Yeah. So let's just see what the covers look like first. I'll just do something like this. If you can see, they're all headed on the wall with Joe having Larry information. Loser counter. Do something like this. Episode guide. Disc 1's and disc 2. And disc 3. Season 4 was like one of my favorites. So we have disc 1 with Q holding some alcohol. Disc 2 of Murr reading the book. And disc 3 we have Joe also holding alcohol, even though Joe doesn't drink. If you didn't know. Yep, that's my relationship with season 4. Season 5 is the last disc set that we have in general. I would like to say that all 5 of these seasons are Region 1. What that means is, if you didn't know back then, physical media, sometimes different sellers of the discs need to have different retailers. So like, let's say SpongeBob SquarePants. Nickelodeon, Viacom, and Paramount owned the rights to SpongeBob. So they would have DVDs coming to North America in a specific way. But if they have to do it for a European or UK audience, they would have exclusives like that. But it's hard to explain. You have to understand that back in the day with DVDs, there was frequency differences of electricity in Europe, North America, South America, whatever. Each country had to have their own restrictions with electricity. That's really one reason, but also to prevent piracy. It's hard to explain, I'm sorry. Anyway, season 5, you have them in a comic-like state with like a cruise coming down like a Titanic. Q's over here, Murr's over here, Sal's here, and Joe's here. I really don't like it. I don't like this cover. The one thing I also don't like is they put back the original season 1 information for the info here. And then you have the special features here. And this season 4 came out in 2016. Season 5 DVD came out in 2017. Because you have to remember, the broadcasts were the original years. So for instance, season 4 was premiered in 2015, but the DVD set wouldn't come out until, you guessed it, 2016. Now, this has a special feature called the British Invasion Special, which means they promoted themselves by going to London, England. I kind of like that episode. I would like to say that was my favorite episode, bonus feature ever. And I believe it was on disc 2. Now, unfortunately, this does not have any custom cover art at the back, where you see inside of the case. But unfortunately, the actual lip that holds disc 1 kind of got broken, or flimsy. Of course, the cheat sheet I did. And let's just start with the episode guide. And here's the damage of the lip of the disc holder. I actually had to trim it down because I swapped cases back and forth. Yeah, here you have disc 1 information, disc 2, disc 3, and disc 4, if you care to pause. And what's interesting about this was the title. If you look, they don't have like that yellow to orange gradient anymore. It's just straight up colors. So we have yellow for the actual cover of both the sleeve and the disc and the actual paper. But when you get to the discs themselves, you have like a greenish hue on disc 1 with Sal. And unfortunately, it doesn't have the bonus. I don't think it has the bonus features listed on the disc cover. I believe not. So, green for Sal, disc 1, disc 2 with Q with a sky blue like color, orange for disc 3 with Myrrh, and red with Joe on disc 4. Yep. And that is it. That is all the discs of DVDs. So that was a history lesson of Practical Jokers physical media. I do know let's just be clear. I don't have the movie. Yes, they made a movie, if you are aware. They made an Impractical Jokers movie, but it's like a TV. It made no sense to get the DVD because now we were in the streaming era during a certain dilemma back in 2020, which I won't get into. But here's the thing. It would have been nice for me to get the actual DVD or Blu-ray of the movie if they had bonus features on it, which neither format didn't. Just had the movie with sound options and language options. But yeah. So this is my complete Impractical Jokers DVD collection, or the complete collection in general, because seasons 6, 7, and 8 are burnt on demand discs. So burnt DVDs. But in my opinion, this is like the best thing that ever happened. Because, let's be real, I am an autistic man who throughout childhood went through different phases. And a family member introduced me to the Jokers through a certain streaming service. And I'm thankful that he did. Because again, I made a board game on the show while watching the show. And this was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's sad to see that not all 4 of them are still around in the current seasons. But at least you have like the pilot concept, the transition era, the recognized era, 100th episode era, and a British invasion era. That is what Impractical Jokers mean to me. You have different seasons to choose from of DVDs. But the rest of the seasons, you have to come and get them in your own hands in some way. I would like to say that I do have every season on a flash drive, a Samsung SSD drive, and some hard drives. Because I love the show, and I can't get enough of it. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this special YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed this new kind of vlog. And I really hope that there will be more to come regarding Impractical Jokers. This is Impractically Noah, signing out. Take care, guys.